A builder posted a take last week that quietly rattled the AI community. Markdown, he said, has become AI's USB A moment. The default, the everywhere, the format every agent on the planet writes when it is asked to produce anything. And like USB A, it might be exactly what we want to replace. Within a day, top builders were piling on. Some saying, yes, finally, HTML is what we always needed for agent outputs. Others saying, hold on, Markdown is the right shape for an agent, and HTML is just visual sugar. The thread that followed pulled in dozens of practical examples, real numbers on token cost, and a split that no one was naming clearly. So, in this video, we are going to do exactly that. Walk through why Markdown won round 1, where it actually breaks, what HTML unlocks, what it costs, and end with a 4-question framework you can apply tomorrow to decide which format your agent should ship. Let's get into it. Markdown won the first round of the agent era for 4 very good reasons. 1. It is plain text. A model can write it blind. No rendering loop, no preview, no compilation step. 2. It is token cheap. The same paragraph in HTML can cost 2 to 3 times as many tokens once you wrap it in tags, classes, and styles. 3. It streams beautifully. As a model writes, the user sees text flow in real time. No broken tags. No half-rendered components. And 4. It is editable. Anyone can read a Markdown file, fix a typo, change a heading. No parser required. For a young technology being used by millions of non-technical users, those 4 properties were unbeatable. Markdown was not chosen because it was the best output format. It was chosen because it was the safest output format. And for 2 years, that was the right call. But the model got better. And the moment the model got better, Markdown started to feel small. Try producing a weekly schedule in Markdown. You get a sad table that does not align in half the renderers. Try producing a comparison of 3 tools across 8 features. You get a table the eye cannot scan. Try producing a dashboard summarizing a stock or a project or a customer cohort. You cannot. Markdown has no concept of layout, no spatial logic, no interactivity, no styling beyond bold and italic. The renderers do not even agree. The same file looks different in GitHub, different in Notion, different in Slack, different in your IDE. Several builders in the thread said the same thing in different words. They were uploading their Markdown to a website just to be able to read it properly. That is a tell. When the format you produce is harder to consume than the content underneath it, the format is the bottleneck. So a quiet shift has been happening. Top builders are asking the model to output HTML for anything that needs to be seen, not just read. One builder said he's putting all his presentation content into HTML, and the visual quality is now better than what he produced traditionally. Another listed schedules, presentations, educational guides, wikis, and dashboards, all of which he now generates as HTML, especially with Opus 4.7, holding context up to 1 million tokens. Another pointed out that some of the earliest viral AI demos were exactly this: Claude or GPT generating an HTML dashboard for stock analysis, and we are essentially rediscovering it. Another called it a personal knowledge graph, with Markdown as the base and HTML components collocated when you need a one-off. The pattern across these builders is the same: Markdown for the draft, HTML for the deliverable. And the moment you make that switch, you are no longer producing documents. You are producing little applications. 5 places. HTML clearly beats Markdown today. 1. Dashboards. Numbers, charts, color-coded cells, drill-down sections. Markdown cannot represent any of this. HTML does it natively. 2. Lesson plans and educational guides. Step-by-step interactive walkthroughs, with collapsible sections, code that actually runs, hover hints. The reader engages instead of scrolls. 3. Comparison tables across more than 3 columns. Markdown tables die past about 4 columns. HTML lets you freeze headers, sort, filter, color rows by status. 4. Interactive playgrounds. Sliders, toggles, code editors, anything where the user wants to manipulate the output. This is application territory, and Markdown was never going to live here. And 5. Client ready reports. Branding, layout, polish, the kind of thing you would have built in PowerPoint. Now your agent ships it as a single HTML file you can email or host. Same content, different ceiling. But there is a real objection, and it deserves real numbers. One developer in the thread pushed back with a question every working builder has thought. We are token bound. If you switch from Markdown to HTML, you are using more tokens, sometimes a lot more. Have you actually compared the cost? The honest answer is yes, and the multiplier is real. For the same content, HTML typically costs 2 to 3 times as many output tokens as Markdown because of opening tags, closing tags, class names, style attributes, and structure. On a long form report, that can mean the difference between fitting in one model call and needing a chained workflow. So, this is not free. The math only works in your favor when the output is going to a human, not another agent. When the visual quality actually changes the value, and when you are not generating thousands of these per day. If any of those is false, Markdown is still the right call. HTML is a premium format. Pay the premium where it pays you back. There is a second objection that matters even more. Another builder made it cleanly. Markdown still fits the agent era better than HTML because for agents, HTML is too noisy. Too much structure, too much presentation logic, too much visual craft for a model that is just trying to read facts and pass them to the next step. And he is right. When agent A produces output that agent B has to consume, you do not want a styled HTML page. You want clean Markdown. You want the structure to be content, not Chrome. Pasting a 1000 line HTML file into a follow up prompt is wasteful at best, confusing at worst. The model spends tokens parsing dive soup instead of reasoning about your problem. So the objection is correct, but it does not refute HTML, it locates it. HTML is for humans. Markdown is for agents. Which leads to the cleanest framing of this entire debate. There is no Markdown versus HTML war. There are two completely different jobs that have been wearing the same uniform. The first job is agent to agent communication. One model talks to another, or to a tool, or to itself across a turn. For that job, Markdown is correct. Cheap, predictable, easy to pass, easy to edit. The second job is agent to human delivery. The final artifact, the thing the user actually opens. For that job, HTML is increasingly correct. Visual, interactive, polished, ready to share. The mistake builders made for 2 years was using Markdown for both jobs because it was easier. The shift now is to use the right format for each leg of the pipeline. Agents think in Markdown. Agents deliver in HTML. Once you see this split, the entire debate resolves. Both sides were right. They were just describing different layers of the stack. Two technical shifts are pushing this transition faster than most people realize. The first is streaming. One commenter pointed out something subtle. HTML is actually more streaming friendly than people assume because the browser can render incomplete HTML as it arrives. You see the page build itself live. Markdown only renders cleanly when it is fully parsed, which means you stare at a loading spinner. The second is the million token context window. Another flagged that with Opus 4.7, holding a reliable million tokens, small projects can now be produced in a single shot. That changes the math on HTML. The token premium that used to break the budget is now absorbed by the context window. What used to require chained calls and careful prompt budgeting now fits in one request. As context windows grow, the cost of producing richer formats keeps falling. The trend line is clear. So here is the framework. 4 questions in order that decide which format your agent should ship. Question 1. Who is the consumer? If it is another agent or a tool, ship Markdown and stop. If it is a human, keep going. Question 2. Does the output need interactivity, layout, or visual hierarchy beyond bold and italic? If no, Markdown is fine and cheaper. If yes, HTML earns its premium. Question 3. Are you token bound on this run? If you are generating thousands of these or running on a budget tier model, Markdown protects you. If this is a one-off deliverable, HTML pays for itself. Question 4. Is this a draft or a final deliverable? Markdown is unbeatable for drafts because it is editable in any tool. HTML is unbeatable for deliverables because it is shareable in any browser. The flowchart is simple. Agent reads it, ship Markdown. Human reads a draft, ship Markdown. Human opens a final artifact, ship HTML. Apply this once and the rest of the noise falls away. 90% of people watching this will take the AI advantage and leave. But the people who subscribe early usually win early. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. On YouTube, it is free. If these videos give you an edge, join us. Comment the word MDHTML below this video, and I will send you the Markdown versus HTML decision framework as a free PDF. The 4-question flowchart in printable form. The 5 use cases where HTML clearly wins with examples. The real token cost numbers we walked through, and a 1-page agent format playbook you can keep open while you build. Comment MDHTML and it is yours. The deeper paid guides on Claude Code, on Codex, on Claude Cowork Sales, and on the Claude Certified Architect Prep are all linked in the description if you want to go further. Catch you in the next one.